What if I told you that one rental property could build wealth in four different ways and most investors only focus on one of them? Today, I'm going to break down a $400,000 rental property and show you how it can potentially generate a double digit wealth building return through four different wealth builders. And make sure you stick around until the end because we are going to add all four wealth builders together and calculate the total first year wealth created. Once you see that number, you will understand why experienced investors evaluate properties very differently than beginners. Hi, I'm Iris Wu, founder of Aquilab Capital. For more than 20 years, I balanced a demanding Fortune 500 career while quietly building a real estate portfolio that today consists of over 60 rental units and more than $11 million in real estate assets. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is this: a great investment property isn't just collecting rent, it's quietly building wealth in multiple ways at the same time. Let's walk through an example. Suppose you purchase a rental property for $400,000, which, by the way, is roughly the national median home price in 2026. Now you put 25% down, or $100,000, and finance the remaining $300,000 with a 30-year mortgage at 6.5% interest rate. Now, let's look at the four ways this one property builds wealth. Wealth builder number one, cash flow. Cash flow is simply the money left over after collecting rent and paying all of your expenses. These expenses could include mortgage, property taxes, insurance, repairs, maintenances, utilities, property management, and maybe assume a 5 to 10% vacancy rate. In today's market, a good rental property might produce somewhere between a 2% and 6% annual cash on cash return, depending on the market, property type, and most importantly, how well you bought the deal. For this example, let's just assume we're able to achieve a 5% cash on cash return. Since we invested $100,000, that means this property generates approximately $5,000 per year, or about $417 every month in positive cash flow. Not bad. But here's a mistake I see new investors make all the time. They assume every investment property should maximize on cash flow. That's simply not true. Some investors intentionally accept lower cash flow because they are pursuing stronger appreciation. Others prioritize stability over maximum returns. Learning how to evaluate those trade-offs and, more importantly, defining your own buy box is exactly what I teach inside the Aquilab Launchpad program. Because before you can buy the right property, you first need to know what you are actually looking for. Go to the description below and learn more about Aquilab Launchpad program. Now, let's get to wealth builder number two, appreciation. Historically, U.S. residential real estate has appreciated around 4% to 6% annually during normal market conditions. Although every market is different and there have certainly been years with both higher gains and temporary declines, for our example, let's just use a conservative 4% appreciation rate. That means your $400,000 property increases in value by approximately $16,000 during the first year and every year after. Now, here is what's really powerful. You only invested $100,000. But you are benefiting from appreciation on the entire $400,000 asset because you are using leverage. That's one of the biggest advantages of real estate. Real estate is also one of the best long-term hedges against inflation. As inflation pushes up labor costs, construction costs, land values, and replacement costs, home values and rents have historically shown to rise over time as well. Instead of that, the inflation quietly eroding your purchasing power, your assets have the potential to grow alongside it. And this is where investor personalities begin to differ. Some investors get excited about monthly cash flow, and others are perfectly happy earning less, cash flow today because they believe the property will appreciate significantly over the next 10 years. Neither approach is right or wrong, they're simply different. That's exactly why I created Fitfolio Assessment to help investors discover their opportunity and identify the real estate strategy that naturally fit your goals, skills, and lifestyle instead of copying someone else's. Okay, time to move on to wealth builder number 3, loan paydown. The third wealth builder is probably the one new investors overlook the most. Every month your tenant pays rent, part of that payment goes towards paying down your mortgage. With our example, a $300,000 mortgage at 6.5% interest rate reduces your loan balance by approximately $3,350 during the very first year. Think about it. You didn't earn that by working overtime. You didn't write a little check. Your tenant gradually increased your ownership in the property. And every year, more of your mortgage payment goes toward principal instead of interest. It is one of the most overlooked ways real estate builds wealth. Finally, the wealth builder number 4, tax benefits. One of the biggest advantages of real estate investing is depreciation. Although your property may actually be increasing in market value, the IRS allows you to depreciate the building over time, recognizing that buildings gradually wear out. Let's use our $400,000 property as an example again. Residential rental properties are generally depreciated over 27.5 years, while commercial properties are depreciated over 39 years. Since land isn't depreciable, let's assume about 20% of the purchase price is allocated to the land and 80% to the building. That leaves roughly $320,000 of depreciable basis. Spread that over 27.5 years, that's approximately $11,600 of depreciation you may be able to deduct each year. Now, remember earlier in the video when we talk about cash flow, we assumed this property generated about $470 per month or roughly $5,000 per year in positive cash flow. Because your annual depreciation deduction of $11,600 is actually larger than the $5,000 of rental income in this example, that depreciation could potentially shelter all of your rental income from the current federal income taxes. Assuming you are in a 25% tax bracket, that is about $1,250 in tax saving for the year. Think about this for a second. Your tenant paid you $5,000 in cash flow, and thanks to depreciation, you may owe little to no current federal income tax on that rental income. That is one of the reasons real estate can be such a tax-efficient investment. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. With a cost segregation study, part of that depreciation can often be accelerated into the early years of ownership, allowing you to unlock even more deductions sooner. I'm actually completing cost segregation studies on several of my own investment property this year, and I will be sharing the process, the numbers, and the actual tax savings along the way. So be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube if you like to see how it works in real life. Now, here is one important point that many people on social media leave out. If you have a W-2 job like I did for more than 20 years, your rental income is generally considered passive income, while your paycheck is active income. That means the IRS generally does not allow depreciation losses from your rental property to immediately reduce the taxes on your W-2 salary. Instead, those deductions are typically used to offset your rental income, with any unused deductions carried forward to future years. The good news is there are additional tax strategies that may allow you to deduct from your W-2 income for greater tax benefits. I personally use several of these strategies in my own portfolio, and I'll share my experience in a future video. So let's add it all up. What did this one $400,000 rental property accomplish during its first year? Cash flow, $5,000. Appreciation, $16,000. loan paydown $3,350, potential tax savings $1,250. That adds up to approximately, drumroll, $25,600 of wealth created in year one. Remember, you only invested $100,000. That's approximately a 25.6% wealth building return on your invested capital. And that's just the first year. As you continue holding the property, rents typically increase over time, your loan balance continues shrinking, your equity keeps growing, and if the property continues appreciating, those gains just compound as well. The longer you own quality assets, the harder they work for you. Now, it is true that this is not the same thing as earning a guaranteed 25.6% investment return because appreciation isn't guaranteed, tax savings depending on your individual situation, so on and so forth. And of course, every investment does come with risks like vacancies, maintenances, and unexpected expenses, etc. But the point isn't the exact percentage. The point is a rental property doesn't build wealth in just one way. It builds wealth through multiple engines working together at the same time. For comparison, the SP 500 has historically returned around 10% annually over the long term. But what makes real estate unique is that it combines cash flow, appreciation, loan paydown, and tax advantages, all while allowing you to use prudent leverage. In closing, the next time someone asks, how much rent does this property make? Ask a better question. How many ways does this property build wealth? That simple shift in thinking completely changed the way I invested. And it may change the way you invest too. If you're wondering what type of real estate investing strategy naturally fits you, I have linked the portfolio assessment below. In just 5 minutes, you will discover your propertyality along with your strength, your potential blind spots, and the investment strategy you've naturally wired to succeed in. And if you're ready to stop watching videos and start building your own portfolio, check out the ActiLab Launchpad program below. I'll show you how to define your buy box, analyze deals with confidence, and purchase your first or next investment property. You will find the links to both below. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more real-world real estate investing content, and I will see you in the next video.